Hey guys, welcome back to Pike Action UK. So today we're going to be using this equipment to turn this large rubber shad into a line through shad. Okay, so to start off with then, we're going to tie a trace, and to tie a trace I'm just using the usual wire, whatever it is that you use. I'm using AFW wire, and onto that then I've attached a split ring, and onto the split ring I've attached a lure stinger spike and also a treble hook. And the shallow screw we have screwed into the front of the shad. So lay the wire along here. We're going to have a look and see roughly where you want the hook to be. I'm quite happy with it being there. So you can see the thumb on this hand. I'm just going to pinch here, and then I'm going to tie just a simple overhand knot roughly in that position. So an overhand knot is just simply making the loop and passing the line through it. And there's no requirement to make that super tight, and you'll see why in a second. So just a normal knot we've got there. So we're going to take the shock bead, and we're going to pass the shock bead down the line, and that's going to be heading towards the treble. So heading down towards the treble, and you'll see that it's been stopped there by that knot. Okay, so next step then is to take that end of the line again and go on the underside of the shad, and then pull that all the way through until you get to the shock bead. And you'll see that the shock bead has stopped that line from going any further. And then just simply attach your stinger spike onto the underside of your shad. Obviously push it all the way in. Okay, so the shock bead is going to stop that line coming any further forward. It's going to take the weight of the cast, because when you're casting your rod, all the tension is heading towards this hand here. It's heading this way. It's going to stop the tension from the cast pulling out the hook. And then obviously once you're playing a fish, all the weight comes to this end, and the fish will just simply pull this out, and then the line becomes completely line through. And it's going to be stopped at this end by whatever it is you're going to tie here onto your main line. That's going to be either a swivel or a stay lock snap, whatever it is, it's going to be stopped by that. So effectively you're going to be able to play your fish on your hook here without the weight of the lure, and it's not going to be able to use that weight to throw the hook out. Okay, and another great point to point out here is with using the shock bead is, if you're using something metallic, all those little tiny imperfections are eventually going to cause little cracks and little marks in the metal here. And obviously you don't want anything like that where your wire is going to be rubbing off. So another thing you can do here then is, you can obviously see that I've got a weight sat there. I'm going to take the shock bead off first. I'm going to pass this weight all the way along towards that, and then, so that was me just pulling the weight down towards the knot there. And then again, just simply adding the shock bead back on again, and then just pulling it down. And again, just passing it through the underside. Pull that all the way through, and this time we have a weight on the end, and that is going to act almost like a jig head. It's going to be a weight that's going to pull the fish down. Now obviously you can get different types of weights. You can have the weights that have the line passing through it, you get them in circle balls and stuff. You can also use this idea with a jig head. I've got jig heads over here somewhere, and I've got one here on this one. So again, you can use the exact same principle. You can take your line here. I'm just going to take this weight off. Okay, so we're going to just that's me just taking the weight off and just putting the standard shock bead back in, and then again passing it through the eye of the jig and pulling it again all the way until it's here. And then obviously you could have this without the stinger spike, but you could be attaching this onto the back. So if you did catch a fish and it went on the stinger, it's going to become line through, and just imagine that that stinger spike's not there. But if you did catch a fish on that treble and it didn't touch the jig head here, obviously it's going to become completely lined through. And another point is that you can also get weighted shallow screw heads. So you can get these, but except that they've already got a weight on the end, so that just completely negates the need to have anything like that on the front. So there we go, that's another idea for a shad to make it line through and hopefully add another dimension to your fishing. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time.